and good morning to my respected lecturer. My name is Marsha Afrina binti Adi Shariman, a final year Bachelor of Business in Finance, student from University Technology Mara. Today, I would like to present my industrial training report, which was completed at the Finance Unit Kelantan State Secretary Office, which is known as Pejabat Setiausaha Kerajaan Negeri Kelantan. My internship was conducted from 1 April until 17 July 2026 for a duration of 15 weeks. So without further ado, let me begin my presentation. Now we move to the company profile. Firstly, I would like to introduce the organization where I completed my industrial training. The Kelantan State Secretary Office, or SUK Kelantan, is the main administrative body of Kelantan State Government. It is responsible for assisting the Menteri Besar in managing the state's administration, development planning and public service delivery. I was assigned to the Finance Unit, which is responsible for government financial administration, payment processing, procurement documentation, payroll administration, and ensuring compliance with government financial regulation. Next is for vision and mission for SUK Kelantan. For vision for SUK Kelantan is to become the leading agency in driving and advancing the transformation of the Kelantan State Public Service towards excellent and outstanding performance. And their mission is to enhance the transformation of the Kelantan State Public Service by promoting efficient, innovative and high-quality service delivery, and to also uphold the core values of Ubudiyah, Mas'uliyah and Itikon, which is known as UMI, by fostering professionalism, integrity, accountability and excellence in all public service operations. Next, I will explain the objective and the goals of the company, which is the main objective of the finance unit is to ensure that all government financial transactions are managed accurately and in accordance with financial regulation and procedures. And also, the main goal of the finance unit is to achieve effective and transparent public financial management, and this is accomplished by ensuring compliance with government financial policies, utilizing the ISPEC financial management system, and also safeguarding public funds and continuously improving the quality of financial service to support the Kelantan State Government. Next, I would like to explain the organization structure of the finance units at the Kelantan State Secretary Office. The first organizational chart shows the overall management structure of the finance division. The division is headed by the Director of the Management Service Division, who is responsible for overseeing the overall administration and financial operation of the department. Supporting the director are the senior assistant director and the accountant who supervise the daily financial and administrative activities. Under their supervision are the chief administrative assistant, assistant accountant and assistant accountant CFS, and each position has different responsibilities including financial administration, accounting operation and also payment processes and payroll management. Next is the second organization chart provides a more detailed view of the finance unit showing the officers and supporting staff within each section. And during my industrial training, I was attached to these finance units under the supervision of Puan Asmani binti Ramli, who guided me throughout my internship. I worked closely with the finance officer and administrative staff in carrying out various finance-related tasks such as processing payment vouchers, registering local orders, supplier registration and payroll verification, and also managing financial documentation. Next, I would like to explain the products and services provided by the finance unit. Although the Kelantan State Secretary Office does not produce commercial products, the finance unit prepares essential administrative outputs such as payment vouchers, local orders, financial reports, supplier registration records, and also other official financial documents. These support efficient and transparent government financial management. During my internship, I was involved in processing payment vouchers, registering local orders, managing supplier registration, verifying payroll information, and also organizing financial documents using the ISPEC's financial management system. Next, I would like to share my internship experience. So during my internship, I work in the finance unit from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. from Sunday to Wednesday and 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Thursday. So this internship allowed me to experience the actual working environment in the public sector and apply the financial knowledge that I learned during my degree. So before I explain my job scope, I would like to briefly introduce ISPAC system. ISPAC is known as Integrated State Government Accrual Accounting System. Is the main financial management system used by the Kelantan State Government to manage financial transaction, accounting, procurement, payroll, supplier registration, and payment processing. So during my internship, I observed that finance officers and administrative staff use ISPACs daily to process payment vouchers, register local orders, verify payroll information, and also manage their supplier registration. As an intern, I also use ISPAC system every day, and most of my responsibility will carry out through this system. There are several roles and responsibilities that I always do during my internship. One of them is recording paid payment vouchers. Recording approved payment voucher details in Microsoft Excel to maintain accurate financial records, and also I enter essential information including vouchers numbers, payee names, payment amounts, account codes, and also payment dates. I also organize payment records systematically to facilitate financial monitoring and future references. And lastly, I verify the accuracy and completeness of recorded information to support financial reporting and also audit requirements. Another job that I do is processing overtime claim. I review overtime claim forms submitted by departmental staff, and I also verify attendance records and supporting documents to ensure eligibility for overtime claims. Next, another job scope is verifying travel allowance. I review travel allowance claims submitted by officers and staff members, and I also verify travel dates, official purpose, claim amounts, and supporting document, and examine receipt and travel authorization documents before recommending claims for processing. I ensure travel claims comply with departmental financial policies and procedures. Furthermore, registering local orders is one of the examples that job scope that I do. For example, like assisted in registering local orders in the ISPAC system, like financial management system based on approved memorandums, like verified supplier information, expenditure code, service description, and also payment details before registration. I also review supporting procurement document to ensure that data is accuracy and completeness. Besides that, supplier registration is also one of the job scope that I have to do, which is I assisted in preparing supplier registration forms for inclusion in the ISPAC system, such as verified supplier information including company registration detail, SSM records, banking information, and supporting documents. I also review completed registration form prior to submission to the Kelantan State Treasury for approval. Besides my daily responsibilities in the finance unit, I also had the opportunity to participate in several official government activities. The first picture shows my involvement as the person in charge for the Maksak Games 2026 badminton tournament. I assisted in coordinating the event, supporting the organizing committee, and also ensuring the program ran smoothly. Not only that, the second picture shows my attendance at the opening ceremony of the 4th session of the 15th Kelantan State Legislative Assembly 2026. Now, from this internship, what I can gain, which is I can gain both intrinsic and extrinsic benefits. For intrinsic gains, I improve my understanding of government financial management and enhance my technical skills in using ISPACs and Microsoft Excel, and strengthen my communication, teamwork, and time management skills. And now for extrinsic gains, I gain practical experience in handling real government financial process, learn directly from experienced finance officers, and gain valuable exposure to the public sector working environment. So overall, this internship successfully bridged the gap between academic learning and practical experience. Now, I will explain the SWOT analysis for the finance unit. The finance unit has 2 major strengths, 2 weaknesses, 2 opportunities, and 2 threats. So I will briefly explain each factor together with my recommendation. The first strength I observed during my industrial training is the comprehensive financial control and verification procedures implemented by the finance unit. Throughout my internship, I can say that I noticed that every financial transaction, including payment vouchers, local orders, and others, had to go through several stages of verification before approval. So, before any payment was processed, finance officers carefully checked the supporting documents, verified the financial information, and also ensured that every transaction complied with government financial regulations. These verification procedures were supported by the Integrated Government Financial and Accounting Management System, or we call as ISPAC system, which help finance officer process, verify, and monitor financial transactions in more systematic and accurate manner. As a result, these internal control procedures improve financial accuracy, can strengthen accountability, and also reduce the risk of financial errors. And this is also supported by the OECD in 2023, which highlights that effective internal control contribute to transparent and accountable public financial management. So for recommendation to strength 1 is, to sustain this strength, I recommend that the finance unit must continue strengthening its internal control procedures by conducting regular reviews of financial process and assuring continuous compliance with government financial regulation. In addition, regular training, internal audits, and knowledge sharing sessions should be carried out to improve staff competency and reduce processing errors and maintain consistency in financial documentation as recommended by OECD in 2023. The second strength I observe is the competent use of the ISPEX financial management system by the finance personnel. So during my internship, I actively use ISPEX to process payment vouchers, register local orders, process supplier registration, verify payroll information, and also review employees' overtime and travel allowance claims. So from my observation, the finance officers were highly competent in use the system to record, verify, and monitor financial information systemically. So the integration of financial information within ISPEX improved document tracking, minimized manual processing error, and also enhanced accountability and provided timely and reliable financial information for decision making. So based on my research, according to the IFAC in 2021, digital financial management system improved transparency and strengthened internal control, while OECD in 2023 say that it can emphasize that digitalization enhances operational efficiency, accountability, and the quality of public service delivery. For the recommendation, I believe that the finance unit should continue enhancing the utilization of ISPEX by introducing more integrated digital features such as electronic document management and automated approval workflows. Continuous training should also be provided to ensure that finance personnel remain competent in using newly introduced system function, and also in addition, predict system maintenance and cybersecurity enhancement should be prioritized to improve system reliability, protect confidential financial information, and also support effective public management as recommended by IFAC and OECD in 2023. I would like to discuss the first weakness, which is the dependence on physical documentation. So during my internship, I observed that although the finance unit uses the ISPEX financial management system, many financial processes they require supporting documents such as invoice, payment vouchers, local orders, and also official stamps and physical signatures before the documents can be approved and filled. So this manual process increased paperwork, takes more time to complete, and may delay document retrieval when needed. And we can see that this observation is supported by Abdul Aziz, who stated that excessive paper-based documentation can reduce operational efficiency and increase administrative costs. So based on my observation, I recommend that the finance units gradually expand the use of electronic documentation, digital approvals, and also electronic signatures, and this can reduce paper usage, improve document management, and also enhance overall operational efficiency. So the second weakness is the complexity of financial administrative process. So throughout my internship, I noticed that most financial transactions such as payment vouchers, local order registration, supplier registration, payroll verification, and also travel allowance claims needs approval before they could be completed. So although these procedures are necessary to ensure accountability and compliance with government financial regulation, they can also increase processing time and administrative workload. So this is supported by the Corporate Finance Institute in 2024 and also MindTools in 2024, which explain that overly complicated administrative process may reduce productivity and operational efficiency. Therefore, I recommend that the finance unit continuously review its financial workflows, simplify selected administrative procedures where appropriate, and also increase the use of automation through the ISPEX system. This will improve efficiency while maintaining compliance with government financial regulations. Next, I would like to discuss the first opportunity, which is the advancement of digital government initiative. So during my internship, I observed that the finance unit already uses the ISPEX financial management system to process payment, vouchers, register local orders, and verify payroll information and management supplier registration. However, I believe there is still an opportunity to further improve financial operations by expanding electronic documentation, system integration, and automated workflows. So this improvement could reduce processing time, improve data accuracy, and enhance the efficiency of financial administration. This observation is supported by the OECD in 2023 and the United Nations in 2022, which state that digital transformation improves efficiency, transparency, and the quality of public service. So for my recommendation for these opportunities, that the finance unit must continue strengthening its digital transformation by expanding paperless process, enhancing electronic document management, and also increasing staff training on digital financial system. So this initiative can further improve operational efficiency while maintaining transparency and accountability. Now is the second opportunity is continuous professional development in public financial management. So during my internship, I noticed that the finance officers regularly participated in training programs and continuously improved their knowledge of financial regulation and the ISPEC's financial management system. So as a government financial systems continue to evolve, continuous learning is important to ensure employees remain competent and adaptable. In this case, we can say that this observation is supported by the International Monetary Fund or IMF in 2003 and the OECD in 2023, which emphasize that continuous professional development strengthens employees' competencies and improve the quality of public financial management. Therefore, I recommend that the finance unit continue investing in staff development by organizing regular training programs, workshops, and knowledge sharing sessions. So this will enhance employees' technical and digital competencies while supporting more effective and efficient public financial management. Therefore, I recommend that the finance unit continue investing in staff development by organizing regular training programs, workshops, and knowledge sharing sessions. So this will enhance employees' technical and digital competencies while supporting more effective and efficient public financial management. Next, I would like to discuss the first threat, which is cybersecurity risk affecting financial system. So during my internship, I observed that the finance unit relied heavily on the ISPEC's financial management system to process payment vouchers, local orders, payroll information, and supplier registration. So as financial operations become increasingly digital, there is a greater risk of cyber threats such as unauthorized access, data breach, and system disruption, so which could affect the confidentiality and security of financial information. This observation is supported by the National Institute of Standards and Technology or NIST in 2024 and the World Economic Forum in 2025, which highlight the importance of strong cybersecurity governance to protect sensitive financial data. And based on my observation, I recommend that the finance unit continue strengthening its cybersecurity practice by conducting regular system maintenance, updating software, monitoring system security, and also providing cybersecurity awareness training for employees. And these measures can reduce cybersecurity risk and improve the reliability of the ISPEC's financial management system. Now is the second threat is changes in government financial policies and budget allocations. So during my internship, I noticed that every financial process had to comply with the latest treasury circulars, financial regulation, and also government procedures. Therefore, whenever new policies or regulations are introduced, the finance unit needs to quickly adapt its financial procedures and also documentation to remain compliant. This observation is supported by the International Monetary Fund or IMF in 2023 and the Transparency International in 2023, which emphasized that public organizations must continuously adapt to regulatory changes to maintain accountability, transparency, and also effective public financial management. So, therefore, I recommend that the finance unit continuously monitor updates to government financial regulations and also conduct regular policy briefing and provide continuous professional training so that the employees remain updated and able to comply with the latest financial requirements. Finally, I would like to conclude my presentation. Overall, my industrial training at the Finance Unit, Kelantan State Secretary Office has been a valuable and rewarding experience. During the 15-week internship, I gained practical exposure to government financial management by handling payment vouchers, local orders, supplier registration, payroll administration, and also financial documentation through the ISPEC's financial management system. So besides improving my technical knowledge, this internship also enhanced my communication, teamwork, problem solving, time management, and professionalism. Not only that, the SWOT analysis helped me identify the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats on the finance units, allowing me to propose several recommendations to improve operational efficiency and public financial management. So in my conclusion, this internship has successfully bridged the gap between academic learning and practical experience, and I believe the knowledge and skills I gain will provide a strong foundation for my future career in the finance industry. That's all for me. Thank you.